Jai Hind guys, welcome to Online Benchers by Exampur, and I am your English educator Nitin Mishra. I hope that you all are fine and doing well in your preparation. Guys, how are you all? Please do let me know in the chat box. And as you all know that this is your grammar class and you're meeting me on Learn Grammar with Fun by Nitin Mishra sir. And guys, we meet every day at 12 p.m. That is our timing, 12 p.m. I say. This YouTube channel this YouTube channel consists of very courses that we are we prepare you for multiple examination in English medium. Likewise, SSC CGL CHSL CPO MTS GD RRB NTPC UP and PET. Guys, if you are preparing these examination and if you are not a Hindi native speaker and you want to prepare for examination in English medium that you prefer, that is your preferable language, then trust me, this YouTube channel is only for you. And do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon, because only then you will be notified and will be benefited by all these very fantastic team of faculties. Guys, meet Chandan sir who deals CA at 7 a.m. Meet Zubair sir who deal with science subject and he come up with his show at 9 a.m. And meet two of the siblings, I mean ये दोनों session मैं ही लेता हूँ. Vocabulary at by Nitin Mishra sir and grammar by Nitin Mishra sir. You meet 12 p.m. For grammar session. Chandan sir for GKGS at 2 p.m. Deependra sir for math at 5 p.m. Sonal ma'am for reasoning at 6 p.m. Similarly, Prabal sir with his session at 7 p.m. Guys, I hope that you all are well aware of these very team of faculties that serves you, for the last many years, and we have the complete timetable. You can note it out and can avail the classes at the proposed hour. And apart from this grammar session, I every day from Monday to Friday conduct a very unique vocab series by the name of the Daily Vocab Show in English with Nitin Mishra. And here in this session we deal with vocabulary in a very unique manner. I must say it is a don't memorize session where you need not memorize any vocabulary. Just by attending this very session you will be able to learn words and will memorize the words even without memorizing. You will not be even bothered of that I have to do a lot of effort. So guys, for SSC, for banking, for defense, for all category of government examination, this show is a must watch show, so please do avail the opportunity. And coming on to today's session, as you can see here in this foundation series 7, we are coming up with English subject verb agreement part 2, because part 1, I mean foundation class, has already been conducted yesterday. Yesterday you met and received a class of subject verb agreement where I told you the basic ideologies. I'm taking the class further towards the past part 2 here in 2 p.m. session. And again, I conclude my statement by saying online benchers by example for SSC, Railway and other examination in English medium. Kindly join our channel and do subscribe it. Guys, I would like to start up my class by asking you a question similarly as I did yesterday. Guys, what do you mean by subject verb agreement? This is my question. What do you mean by subject verb agreement? Guys, if I believe that you all are well aware and well versed with the ideologies of subject verb agreement, which says subject and verb agreement is nothing but an agreement between the two parties. Between the two parties, what are the two parties? The first party is subject of the sentence. Guys, the first party is subject of the sentence and the second party is verb of the sentence. We all very well know that sentence consists of two parts. The part that contains a subject and another part that contains a verb, and the part that contains a verb is known as predicative part, as we all well versed with. So we can say that when it comes to write a statement or to think of a sentence, we always think of a sentence in two parts: subjective part and verb, predicative part. And these two parts make an agreement and agrees each other in some terms and relations. These terms, these relations are known as subject verb agreement. To give you very clear idea what actually subject verb agreements are, you can have a look that here we have a subject. You can see that subject in the sentence is always stronger. Why? Because the purpose of writing or forming a sentence is the subject. Subject is the main term in a sentence and is considered as the dominating term, the very most important term in the subject. In conclusion, the subject cannot be changed. Subject comes in the statement and remains the way it is, and it has to be in the same way. Whereas we have a verb. Verb is less stronger, or you may say verb is not so strong as the subject is. So verb changes itself according to the subject. In subject, we can conclude that in sentence subject is dominating and is dominated, verb is dominated by the subject. And you can see that here they have an agreement. That agreement is verb has accepted, verb in the sentence has agreed that I will come in the same way as the subject comes in the sentence. I mean to say, if verb has to be used in a sentence in a certain way, then it will be agreeing the forms of subject. If your subject is singular, your verb will be singular. If your sentence subject is plural, your verb will be plural. What I mean to say is that jaisa subject, vaisa verb. Here we have Robin, here we have Ragini. I appreciate every one of you, and I believe that the concept of subject verb agreement is now clear. Coming on to the question, because you all know that the method I used to teach you and to make you understand is a cognitive method. What do you mean by cognitive method? Cognitive method is such a method which requires intense mental involvements. So what I basically do, I try you to contribute your mental consciousness intentionally here in the sentence. If you look at the sentence, it says that numbers of doctors were asked to form a new organization taking responsibility for overseeing the training of specialists in new field. That is your sentence. And coming on to the error part of the sentence, if I begin up with the very first phrase, here article A suggests that this S is wrong. You cannot use S when you have article A, article N. Why? Because A means any, A means each, A means every. Hence, any number is correct, any numbers is wrong. Other way, you can understand the same ideology by using one thought of any random book, which is article A and N comes only before countable and singular noun. Here we have plural noun, hence this A, or you may say this plurality of number is not possible. So you have to remove this S. The correct phrase will be a number of doctors. Now, moving ahead, guys, what actually happens is you always have been taught in a certain way that you consider article a as a singular entity, and you will say that here verb were is wrong. We should use we should use was in place of were. But if you will think in certain way, if you will think in this way, or if you will perform this action here in the sentence, you will commit a blunder. It will be a great mistake by you. So guys, let us see and apply the cognitive method. A number of doctors. What do you mean by a number of doctors? If you will say that a number of something means the thing exists in a large number. Guys, try to understand the phrase and its meaning. If I say that a number of contacts are saved in my cell phone, what do you mean by the phrase a number of contacts? A number of contacts are saved in my cell phone means that in my cell phone I have a large number of people and their number saved in it. A lot of people's number is saved in the cell phone. Yes or no? That means a large number of doctor means that obviously a lot of doctors, a lot of doctors means, is it singular? No, though it begins with the article N or A, but you can easily conclude the irony as that here we are talking about more than one doctor. So a number of doctors, a lot of doctors, all these very ideas are plural and will receive a plural verb in it, and this verb is absolutely right. Guys, I repeat, this verb is absolutely right. This S is wrong, hence option will be part A, and this verb is absolutely fine. To have a better idea, to have a crystal clear idea, you can look here at the concept of usage of a number of with the agreement present. When you have indefinite numbers, guys, what do you mean by indefinite numbers? Indefinite numbers basically means that anything exists more than one, I mean in plurality, but the exact number is not available. If I say 1000 doctors, this is a definite number. But if I say a number of doctors, this means that doctors are many, but exact total number is not known or available. So when we have indefinite numbers, what are indefinite numbers? Here you can see the indefinite numbers are plenty of, most of, half of, 2/3 of, a lot of, some of, a number of, many of, all of. These all phrases are indefinite in numbers. Likewise, plenty of doctors, obviously number of the doctors available are not known but is plural, I mean more than one. If I say that a lot of doctors, obviously they are many but exact number is not available. Many of the doctors, more than one but number is not available. So when you have indefinite numbers, then of noun countable plural, then verb always be plural in number. Or you may say with indefinite numbers, we always use a plural verb. You can memorize it, you can understand it and keep it with you as a concept that when we have indefinite numbers as a subject, in that case verb agrees in plural form. And if you will ask me the reason why we do it, The reason is very simple. Indefinite number with countable plural noun makes and suggests plurality. You can see that many of the boys means more than one boys, all of the boys means more than one boys, plenty of boys, most of the boys, half of the boys, means if there are 100 boys, we are talking about 50, I mean plurality. And this is how we can, conclude the irony. So plenty of eggs are in plenty, means eggs are in more than one numbers, then have is right. Okay, a lot of books means obviously more than one books, hence R is absolutely right. Guys, I expect and hope that you are well versed with this idea. And coming on to the next, I am giving you this idea, this concept of the definite numbers or indefinite qualities as a brownie point. If you have instead of numbers indefinite quantity, indefinite numbers are different. Here we have indefinite quantity, means quantity is not known. Indefinite quantity, and the quantity always comes when the noun is uncountable. So if you have indefinite quantity with uncountable, not plural, uncountable singular noun, uncountable singular noun, in that case what do you do is make an agreement of verb in singular form. Why? Because quantity always considered as singular. Quantity is always considered as singular. To make this example more authentic, more clear, I would like to tell you that if I say here I have a bottle of sanitizer, and if I say that half of the sanitizer has been used, what do you think? Here half of the sanitizer is countable or uncountable? Obviously half of the sanitizer is uncountable. Half of the sanitizer is talking about indefinite quantity, and since we are talking about indefinite quantity, the verb will be singular. You will say half of the sanitizer is already used. Isn't it, guys? I expect and hope that you understood this well. You can have the idea that plenty of eggs is not, I guess is quantity is the number. If I say plenty of water, then have will be wrong, it will be has. A lot of I guess milk, a lot of milk will be what? Obviously not are but is. So when you have indefinite quantity, you always use verb in singular. When you have indefinite number, you use plural verb. Guys, after that question, Robin, Ragini, Amit Kumar Das, how you are experiencing these such concepts? Do you find it easy to understand? Did you find it interesting and cognitive for you? अगर आपको ये सेशन पसंद आ रहा है तो इसे दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करना ना भूलें. Do share this video with your friends if you want to appreciate my effort. Coming on to this question says the father as well as his two daughters were mysteriously missing from the house. I guess this question reminds me a concept that has been taught yesterday. Yesterday I also have taught you the idea of as well as, that is as well as nothing. Here conjunction is as ... as, and in between as we put any adjectives like as good as tall as fast as, when you make anything in positive degree. So the father is mysteriously missing or was mysteriously missing, and the daughter is missing mysteriously in the same way as father. Actually, the meaning of the statement is this, but people are confused as well as with and. The conjunction and has a different meaning. The conjunction as well as is, represent another meaning. So as well as means in the same way. Hence we are talking about father. So this verb will be wrong. It will be was. I guess we solved this question by yesterday method. But obviously, as I am conducting another session part 2, so I am having one ideology to make you clear. When you have two nouns, noun 1, when you have two nouns, likewise noun 1, noun 2, and if you found or observed as well as in between these two nouns, then your verb will agree the very first noun, not the second noun. That is how, if you will look at the question taught and asked, you can say that we have as well as, we have noun 1, we have second noun. So our verb will agree the first noun, which is father. Father being singular, obviously verb will be singular. I hope and expect that you will understood this well, and this will remind you a lot of aspects that I have taught you. Thank you so much, Amit, Rubin, Ragini. Guys, I expect and hope that you are fully with me and have understood the question very well. Coming on to the next, no prize or medal were given to the lady who was the soul of the show. Now, coming on to this question, again this question has been taught in the yesterday class, and I taught you by exemplifying that suppose you have an account in a bank of State Bank of India, and the bank permits you to withdraw only from two branches. The first that you have nearby of your house or residence, and the other is nearby to your office or institution where you go regularly. And if you are at home and you need money, you want to withdraw some amount of money from your account, what you will do? Will you go to the institution and withdraw the money from that branch, or you will find a branch nearby of your house and you will do your work and withdraw the money by then? Obviously you will choose the nearest option. Suppose you were at the institution and now again you need to buy some money, you need to have some money, you need money, and you want to withdraw some money from your account. Will you come to your house and then withdraw from the home branch, or you will go to the nearby branch of your institution and withdraw the money? Obviously, guys, if you look at the question, you can see that here we have conjunction or. Conjunction or gives you alternative, either this or that. Means you have to choose, you have to select the alternative or option present. So guys, when you have two options, not you have, because these are the probable subjects for the verb. I mean, verb has to select. Guys, I repeat my statement. Here, verb has to select its subject from these two options. This verb obviously will select the option which is nearby. Hence, the verb agrees the nearest subject possible. So, according to the nearest subject, which is medal, that is singular, verb were is wrong and will be corrected by writing was. Hence, you can again say jaisa subject, vaisa verb. Thank you so much, guys, everyone. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next concept, next idea. The question in front of you is my neighbor along with his 4 children are going tonight to see some of the glimpse of Ladakh. If you look at this question, I guess by just seeing this question, you will realize and remember of one rule taught to you. What was that rule? That rule was simply that when two nouns are joined by with, along with, together with all, we use verb according to the first noun. I guess this is one certain idea, logic that is being taught. But let me tell you guys, if I teach you in that particular way, when you have a noun, when you have with, when you have noun too, and then your verb agrees the first noun, then I'm making your task not easier, even I'm making your task much more complicated. Obviously, as it seems attractive, you will be attracted, but undoubtedly I'm trying to make your task, much complicated than it is. So मैं ऐसा नहीं कर सकता. I can't make your task complicated, and I always try, to make your task easier, your learning simplified, avoiding rules, avoiding case studies, and using much more cognitive approach. I mean, approach that we can try at least intense mental activity that is in our hand. Guys, what do you mean by with? If I say with, what do you mean by with? With is what? Obviously, with in term is, guys, with in term is nothing but a preposition. With is nothing but a preposition, and if your with is a preposition, then the sentence has a noun neighbor with preposition, 4 children again noun. I mean, your sentence is written in this way: noun, preposition, noun, and it is a possibility that you will have further preposition, then further noun, doesn't matter. If you have noun, preposition, noun, then in this case, then in this situation, this preposition obviously shows that this part or this all part is nothing but the object. Okay, how? Let me tell you. If I say my friend with, now my friend with your English teacher. Your English teacher is who? I. So what should I write here? I should write my friend with I, or should I use my friend with me? Guys, choose wisely. My friend with I or my friend with me. What I should use? Obviously I should use me. Guys, you know the difference between I and me very well, that I is subject, me is object. That means after with we always use object, yes or no? And in the chapter of pronoun you have been already taught that preposition के बाद, after preposition we always use object and objective case. And guys, on this I would say only one thing, that after preposition whatever you have written is nothing but the object. Hence your verb cannot agree to object, will agree with the subject, that is the first noun. I guess that will be the logical way to conclude the question and its concept. Moving ahead towards what the question was asking. The question was asking my neighbor along with his 4 children are. Guys, what do you mean by his 4 children? Guys, what do you mean by his 4 children? Obviously, his 4 children means it is the object. Hence, this verb can't agree the object, will agree with the subject only. Hence, according to neighbor being singular, this are is wrong. Is the correct use here. Acha, thank you so much. Amit Kumar Das is asking defense में कब class होता है? In the defense batch, I take classes at 9 AM for vocabulary and 2 PM for a grammar session. And this 2 PM class is already scheduled for today. You can watch it out in the defense YouTube channel of Online Benchers by the name Online Benchers by example defense exam, and there you will find the event of 2 PM and I'm conducting a session on articles and you can attend it. Guys, I hope and expect that this is now clear. Noun, preposition, noun, verb agrees according to the first noun. What is the reason? Reason is the second noun is the object. Why? Because preposition after we expect only objects. Hence verb agree according to subject, not object. And if you want to solve this question in a different manner, I have the solution. What you can do is, guys, what you can do is that you can put this part, after even the sentence as well. Likewise, you can say, my neighbor is going tonight to see some of the glimpse of Ladakh along with his 4 children. You can read this part even here because it is a phrase, guys. It can be put in the statement either in the beginning or in the mid or at the end. It is up to you. It will not create any much impact in the statement. You can easily solve the question by rereading it. How? My neighbor are going, no, my neighbor is going tonight to see some of the glimpse of Ladakh. Then you read along with his 4 children. Yeah, absolutely fine. Hence answer is. It is a reading method. You can also solve your question just by this only. Guys, next question is in front of you. The number of residents who have been questioned on this matter are quite small. If you look at here, the phrase begins with article the, and article the means definite. Article a or n means indefinite. Article the means definite. It means that here we are talking about definite numbers, and this basically means the total number. Okay, the total number. And the number of residents who means basically who means obviously we are referring to resident which is plural, who is I guess plural, who is plural, and this have is absolutely fine, but what are small? I mean, what are small? The total number of residents are small, which is wrong. The total number of residents is small. The total number of residents is small. To make you understand this, if I say if I modify the question to make it easier for you, instead of r small, instead of r quite small, if I write a particular number, likewise if I say is 50, the number of residents are 50. Will you agree with this? The number of residents are 50. Does it sound logical? No. Since we have a particular number, the total number of residents is 50, you can shuffle it as well and say that 50 is the number of residents who have been questioned on this matter. So this 50 either can be sent here and this number can be sent here. you can shuffle it according to your convenience. You can say that the number of residents is 50, or you may say that 50 is the number of the residents. Jaise, to make it more logical, if you have to study 5 subjects or 4 subjects for your examination, depending upon what exam you are preparing for, you can say the number of subject that has been asked in the examination is 5, or you may say 5 is the number of the subject that has been asked in the examination. You can shuffle it the way you want. Thank you so much, guys. I expect and hope that all the logic you understood here in the situation very well. And guys, again, obviously you can see that number, preposition, noun, verb agrees according to the first noun. The number is singular, so verb is singular. Now, the question is very simple, and again asking you to answer the question. The discharges of industrial waste create a situation that must be corrected now. Guys, if you will look at the question statement, you will realize that the discharges, here we have ES, means it is plural. They create. This create is absolutely fine. Hence, the sentence has no error. It is D, which is the answer of the question. Robin, thank you so much. Chetna, good afternoon. Jai Hind, कैसी हैं आप? उम्मीद है कि आप बेहतर होंगी. Okay, चलिए. Thank you so much, guys. Moving on to the next question statement. Obviously, as you can see that the discharges is a noun, of is the preposition, and industrial waste is the noun. Again, you can apply this very concept. Noun, preposition, noun. Verb agrees according to the very first noun. So your question can be answered very easily, that our verb agrees with the subject, which is the first noun, and first noun is plural, so verb has to be plural. Hence, no error is in the question. Guys, I expect that you are now well versed with all the ideas and logic. Thank you so much. Coming on to the same, the question is on the screen. Conditions that are necessary for successful business includes consumer demand and adequate supply. What do you think about the question? What is error that you see is in the question? Please answer it fast and let me know in the chat box. Okay guys, question बहुत simple है. If you look at the question, you will realize that again we have conditions that are necessary for a successful business. What includes? Business includes? No. The condition which are necessary includes means the conditions includes, and this is how, since your condition is plural, the include verb is singular, and here we have the error of subject verb agreement. If your subject is plural, your verb has to be plural. Why? Because Nitin sir has said jaisa subject vaisa verb. If your subject is singular, your verb has to be singular, but if your subject is plural, your verb has to be plural. Hence, include will be the correct option. This S yani includes is wrong. I expect and hope that you understood this question well. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm moving on to the question again. Okay, because I received a reply by Amit ने तो इसे delete भी कर दी, कोई बात नहीं. Yeah, is was not mentioned in the question, so no need to write is. Include will be the correct answer instead of includes. Very sharpen, Amit. Okay, he along with some of his friends are on a tour of the ancient sites in Karnataka. I believe that now you all are ready, well versed with all these type of questions. Again, with is a preposition, he is the subject, and is a pronoun that has come in place of noun. So he along with some of his friends is again a pronoun phrase. So verb agrees according to the first noun, which is he. He is singular, hence your verb are has to be changed into is. Yani, if I conclude this, obviously if you have a noun, and you all know that pronoun can be used in place of noun, so pronoun as well. Either you have a noun or you have a pronoun, then you have a preposition, and again in place of noun, what can you write? You can write pronoun. So in any way, obviously you can use agreement of subject, that verb agrees to the first noun or pronoun depending upon what has been mentioned in the question. Guys, let us have another question for you. And another question is, one of the major problems confronting the virologist as opposed to the bacteriologist are semi-parasitic in nature of virus. Can you give me a reply? And guys, you are learning grammar with my deductive and cognitive method, where intense mental involvement is required. I would definitely ask you whether you are comfortable in understanding the logic of the, solving the question or not, or you find it difficult. Please reply me in the chat box. Did you find the logic are so easier to understand? Thank you so much, guys. I would say that if you like the session, the way I conducted, if you like the explanation and deep cognitive analysis of why the rule said so and why these rules are made, or why we say like this, that do this or do that, did you find it easier? Then do share and talk about this session, that we have a session where rules are less important, cognitive approach is plays a vital importance. Guys, you always solve this question by the rule of one of plus plural noun agrees with a singular verb. For example, you have been taught in a certain way. When you look at the question, you directly try to identify one of plus plural noun receives a singular verb. But guys, if you look at not one of, but if you look at this one, what do you mean by one? Remember guys, this one is nothing but a pronoun. This one is nothing but a pronoun. Which kind of pronoun? Indefinite pronoun. Okay, I repeat, indefinite pronoun. What do you mean by of? Of is a preposition. The major problems are what? Obviously the major problems are nouns. Guys, don't you think your books and I guess other YouTubers, you may say, definitely give us a logic which is not logical, and they serve us one thing, very complicated, एक ही चीज को वो तोड़ मरोड़ करके, and एक rule से 10 rule बना के they create variety, and they give a burden that 60 rules has to be remembered. No guys, not at all. It is nothing. It's just like a pronoun, so there has to be a noun. Noun, preposition, noun. Or you may say pronoun, preposition, pronoun. Or you may say pronoun, preposition, noun. Whatever is this, verb agrees according to first noun. First noun or pronoun is one, hence singular verb will be used. Guys, this is nothing but the same. Noun pronoun, preposition, noun pronoun. Verb agrees according to first noun. इसी से हमने ये बना दिया. One is pronoun, of is preposition, then we have again noun or pronoun. Verb is singular. What do you mean by singular? Singular means verb agrees according to first noun. Verb agrees according to first noun. Thank you so much, guys. I expect and hope that you are fully with me and have understood all the logic that I have taught in this session, and this will enable you to be skilled in solving questions in the examination. And if you will find any strange scenario, at least you will be solving and taking it as a opportunity that I will try to solve this question. Coming on to the next, during the eclipse, one of the two things astronomers will look for are comets. Obviously, guys, if you look at this, you will realize that again, noun or pronoun, preposition, noun and pronoun. Hence, our verb agrees with the first noun. First noun is one. So this R is wrong, it should be is. Other way to solve this question is, if you want to solve this question in another way, you can solve by again this one of the two things is comets. Guys, again you can say one of the two things is comets, not are, because one of ke baad we always use a singular verb. Or you may also understand the same scenario by noun, preposition, noun. Verb agrees according to first noun. Depends upon how you are thinking. I mean, remembering several rules is not bad, but taking them differently, dealing with them differently, understanding that they are different is wrong. I guess if you are using these such rules, you must have an idea that they are not different, they are same, they are referring to the same concept. Amit Kumar Das, thank you so much for your kind words, and I appreciate if you will share this session with all of your friends, or if you will make status of this particular session, and if you will make short videos and upload it on Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media that you are on. And if you will also tag me, I am also available on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram as well by the name Nitin Mishra. You can also tag me and can talk about this very session, that yeah, there is a session in the YouTube channel of Online Benchers where only concepts and cognitive approaches are told, no rules, no exceptions, no special study has to be done. English has now become a fun activity because it is a part of communication. You use it every day, while communicating with everyone. And I guess by this you can also promote the session, because if you are promoting my session, obviously a lot of students will come in the session and I'll be motivated. Thank you for this. Guys, the question here is, the quality of the paper used in these books are not very good. If you will have to identify the error, obviously now you have become a sharp-minded. The quality is the noun, of is the preposition, the paper is the next noun. So the verb agrees according to first noun and will be the answer and will take you to the answer. The quality is not very good. I repeat, the quality is not very good. And if you want to abstain from applying any rules, the simple phenomena of solving is, in every sentence circle the verb and ask the question. This is yesterday's concept. In yesterday class I taught you subject verb agreement in the same way. That is, circle your verb, ask a question to the verb will give you the link to the subject. What are not very good? Answer is quality. Now, quality are not good or quality is not good. You need not apply any rules. Obviously, you will reach to the answer that in place of are we should write is. Why? Because the subject is singular, that is quality. To solve this question in a different way, I guess is again simple. The quality is the noun, of is pronoun, then we have another noun, verb agrees according to the first noun. That is how you can solve this question. Okay, moving on to the next question, guys. The next question is, a series of lectures were delivered by well-known Indo-Anglian critic at the Khuda Bakhsh Library. Guys, you have to solve this question and you have to let me know in the chat box. Can you please answer? I'm keeping an eye on your comments. Thank you so much. Guys, I guess you have not shared this session with your, known people and community. Take a little moment. It will take only 30 or 40 seconds, I guess. And do share these very session with your friends. That will be a good motivation for me and a good healthy competition for you. A series of lectures were delivered. What was delivered? Idea is very simple. Guys, I am a man of one. I believe in one thing. I have only one thing and I always follow only one thing. And that one thing is, if you will look at, again we have a noun. Then we have a preposition, then we have another noun, noun, preposition, noun. Verb agrees according to first noun. A series, how many series? Any random series. A series means any random series. Is it plural? No. A series, any series is singular. So verb were is wrong. It should be was. Why was? Because subject is singular. Otherwise, if you want to solve this question in a different way, I have the solution. If you will look at the verb, circle the verb, were delivered. Ask a question. What were delivered? Series was delivered. Not only lectures. Series were delivered. No, a series was delivered. You need not apply even any concept. By reading only, you can answer the question. Guys, I expect and hope that you understood this question and you can have a better idea by this, that when we have a noun, preposition, noun, verb agrees according to first noun. But your exam, your books, I mean other, I guess knowledgeable people talks about rules and they taught you, they teach you same thing using this very much difficult rule. When you have a bunch of plus plural noun, a series of plus plural noun, a set of plus plural noun, a group of plus plural noun, then you use singular verb. Guys, I guess this stops you to do brainstorming. This stops you not to use your mind and hence leads to failure. I must say, if you are looking at this, try to look at this as this. You can conclude that this and this are not different, they are same. They are not different. Again we have noun, preposition, noun. Here we also have noun, preposition and noun. So verb will be obviously according to first noun. A bunch is singular, a series is singular, a set is singular, a group is singular. So verb will be singular. There is nothing new in these rules. They are just nothing but roundabout of the major concept that I teach you. Guys, I expect and hope that you all are with me and have understood this very well. Guys, You may download the PDF of the session as well. You can download it from the description box below, and I expect that you all have the access to the PDF, and do not forget writing your sweet comments in the chat box. Not only students who are live, also the students who watch video later on. Kindly do share, subscribe, and leave your sweet comments and your experience, how you feel about the such session. Do subscribe for SSC Railway Exam in English Medium online bencher channel that makes you prepare for several exam like SSC CGL CHSL CPO MTS GD RRB NTPC UPSC and PET. Again, for a quick review to the session and schedule, guys, I come up with my daily vocab show at 10:30 and my grammar session that you attended at 12 p.m. I hope and expect that you all will definitely make this session popular, and we'll talk about this session, about my session. I would say have a great and fantastic academic journey. Do well in the examination. Work harder, work smartly. This is Online Ventures and I am Nitin Mishra, and I will see you all in the next class. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.